Hi, everyone. Oh, it's getting dark in here now, so I better start shifting on the light now. Oh, I'll shift the light on soon. All right. Hi, I'm Jordan, and I'm doing another YouTube live stream. Why? Because I'm just in the mood to do it. Now, a lot of folks might wonder, say, well, Jordan, the last time you did one of your YouTube live streams, you didn't have anyone on with you. Yeah, that was true. But this time's going to be unlike. I'm going to have some of my friends on with me and my kin, I guess. So let's get started with this YouTube live stream. I didn't really put any thought into doing it. You see, I just made one. And I had one follower, whoever he or she was, and they left. Oh well. So I really didn't put a lot of thought in this YouTube live stream. Hell, I didn't even thought about doing one until about 6 in the evening. So, all right. I had one follower, he or she left, and it's going to be one of those, I know. Now, all right. Let's get started over something that's been going on and on my been going on. So I have this friend named Tsunami Z2. I don't know how to say the name. That's just my guess of how the name goes. And he told me, this is probably like 2 weeks ago, I guess, that he was going to buy me the Fiend Bray Wyatt doll. And I guess a Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt doll too. We'll probably, okay. So he told me that. And then I gave him the mailing or the sending name and all that stuff. And my guess is he bought it from Amazon, but I haven't had any talk with him. We haven't spoken, so my guess is good as mine. You know, and it's not the first thing we ever got from. I mean, there was Sailor Neptune, there was Razor and Acom, and I know there's going to be someone out there saying, "Oh well, Jordan, you know." Someone saying that me asking for me to get something, that makes me bad, it makes me sinful, it makes me wicked, unlawful. And yeah, and then you got websteads like GoFundMe. You got websteads like Patreon, that's French borrowed word, English word is background of order. And folks ask for their followers to help them out with their films all the time. But my haters, which they know who they are, and I locked them, and I don't care what they think, would come at me and say, "Oh well, you're whatever." Yes, I get it. It's eBay. I get it. It's interweb asking. I get it. Now, so if he does come on, good, then we can talk. But if not, then it is what it is. Oh, well, Jordan, what me? So we're doing a YouTube live stream, Awaris said. Yeah, we are, Jordan said. I want to get in my head. I want to do a YouTube live stream. I don't know why. I just want to do one. I guess since the last one I did, I didn't really have anyone on, so I thought I should have one on. Yeah, Jordan, you're doing something that Natalie Tang would never do. She never did YouTube. She never did Google Hangout, never did YouTube live stream, or none of that stuff. You know? And so it's another thing that makes you unlike her. Awaris, do you think that it was wrong of me to be asking folks for things on the interweb? I don't know if that's wrong or not. I would be the wrong someone to ask. But my thought is, if they got websteads like GoFundMe and Patreon, that French borrowed word, background of order, if they got websteads like that, and they have and YouTube mates having their followers back them up in what they do when they're on their live streams and uploads and stuff like that, and they're buying stuff from them, then yeah, why would it be wrong for you to be asking for something? You know, because they might think, oh, it's interweb asking. Yeah, and so is GoFundMe, and so is Patreon. Not, yeah, backing and forwarding websteads out there. Yeah, that's all interweb asking too. You know, when some YouTube mate out there had a YouTube live stream and they got over shout out box going and someone gives them goud, well, that's the same thing. So why would they, why would they think you were bad for doing that? I don't know. There's just some folks out there that would think that's wrong. Well, they go fuck themselves. They think that. You know, if it's wrong, then no one will be doing it. You know, so do you think that I'm gonna get the doll? Well, if he got it from Amazon, and Amazon they and if he got it from Amazon, Amazon has this oversight now. Well, all items, anything bought from them, unless it's food or healing in some kind, if it's food and healing, it goes out right away. But if it's things that are not food or healing, then they get pulled. They get stopped for a while. So, which say he did buy it from Amazon. Which say he went on right on that Sunday or even that Monday, and which say that he did. Which say he did by Tuesday of last week. Then Amazon would have would set a time and a month where they would ship it out. But we don't know this since he's the only one that would have the tracking, and he's the only one that would have bought in it. So he's the only one that would have that. And since we can't talk to him, since we haven't, the only way we seem to ever talk to him is on a YouTube live stream, and there's no other way to. Yeah, we can comment, we can write words on his fairway and on his films, but besides that, there's no interweb send, you know. So there isn't any way for us to talk with him to know if that's true or not. Why did he want to buy it for you? Because he said it would be fun if I did it for one of my YouTube films, but also the TWF and Sailor Moon and Xena too. Well, so far we only got one follower on. We don't have, sad for that burp, we don't have anyone else. And that one follower, he or she, hasn't even thumbed up the film. Well, someone has a belief that first follower you get on any Google Hangout or any YouTube live stream is some overseer at YouTube making sure that your film is following YouTube followership oversight, YouTube webstead oversight, YouTube ownership oversight, and stuff. But there really isn't any way to say if that's true or not. You think he'll come on? I don't know, Jordan. I don't know. If he does come on, you ask him what's going on with the Fiend Bray Wyatt doll. If he would know. You ask him. But my guess would be if he bought it from Amazon, Amazon has this new oversight, as I told you before, where food and healing go out faster. But if it's not food or healing, then it gets stopped for a while. So I would say he probably did buy it, and there's a certain date when they're going to send it out. But he didn't. He is the only one that would have that on him. he's the only one the tracking would go to, and he's the only one that you know. So if he does come on this YouTube live stream, then we ask him, "Oh, Warris, we had like free folks on, free followers, and then YouTube somehow, I guess, a mistake, going back to one." Yeah, well, Jordan, I guess you could mind see. Jordan, you guess you could mind see how this would all be like. Sad for that yawn. But that's life like. And if someone out there doesn't like life like in their films, oh well, it is what it is. Well, that was a walrus. And someone's gonna, well, that was a walrus. I'll have, I guess, other friends are gonna be on my YouTube live stream soon. Sad for that burp. All right. So, yeah. You might think, oh, Jordan, why we do these YouTube live streams? The only way that I don't know, because I just was in the mood to do it. And it's going to be getting dark soon, and I'll have to shift the lights on soon. You know? So, it is what it is. I had 3 followers. Now I'm down to 1. And as the walrus said, well, actually, what I said, and the walrus may back this up or not, but everyone has a belief that that first follower you get when it was a Google Hangout or a YouTube live stream was someone at YouTube coming in and seeing how your film was following followership oversight, website oversight, ownership over law, and all many other oversights, which I only follow 3 out of the many oversights, but you know. Oh no. Sad for that yawn. You know. Forgive me for that yawn again. Those 2 burps that happened. I guess I'm going to have to be the one who's going to have to say something in my shout out box. That's what I call it. So, yeah. And I know some folks on YouTube, they'll go on, they'll set a time and say, oh, well, I'm going to be doing a YouTube live stream at this time. So I want you all to, yeah, well, I don't do that. I didn't know I was going to do a YouTube live stream until round 6 or so. There goes that yawn again. Forgive me for that. Well, here I have 1 follower, no thumbs up. I had 3 followers, but they must have came on and like, oh well, it's just some doll. Oh, no big deal. And then they probably left. Yeah. So before other folks come on, I gotta say I'll get someone else to be on my YouTube live stream. But keep in mind, I'm sad for that yawn. Yeah, well, that 1 follower on YouTube, on my 1 follower, my YouTube live stream, he or she can put up with a lot of shit because I've been yawning. And another thing that happened to me a long time ago, months ago, when I was doing a YouTube live stream, it was on a Wednesday, and I just know that I didn't do anything wrong that I knew of. And so I did this YouTube live stream, and this YouTube live stream was then said to not follow YouTube followership oversight, and I can't think of which oversight I wasn't following. Everyone has a belief that it's a tool, some tool that YouTube set up months ago, probably back around March or maybe in April. And they say, yeah, it's the tool that's been running the webstead. It's the tool that makes all the bad calls and fuck ups and all that stuff. Or my guess was it was someone from home, because a lot of workers that are working from home still, and someone probably made a mistake. Why? Or my guess was what we were talking about, what was in my shout out box. I don't know. I'll never know. All I know is I had about 3 followers, and then, well, something happened and it went back to 1. So funny, but that seems to be what happened. Wow, Jordan, you're doing our YouTube live stream. Yeah, I am, Nikki. Well, that's good to know, Nikki Cross goes. You should always be, Jordan, you should always be doing good job with these YouTube live streams. Yeah, well, I started doing YouTube live streams like, I don't know, 2 years ago. 28 between YL. You know, when, in the beginning, I didn't really do YouTube live streams. Yeah, I did Google Hangout, but that was only to get my films up there when YouTube took web shooter taker away. But it is what it is. Yeah, and Google Hangout is gone now. It's been named Google Meet, and it's no longer offshoot of YouTube. It's actually more of an offshoot of one's Google reckoning. Yeah, well, we all knew that YouTube couldn't have 2 live stream tools. That one was going to be offshoot, one was going to be kicked off for the other. And a lot more folks worked with YouTube live stream than Google Hangout. And Google Hangout, well, they didn't let you go for a long time. There were certain tools. You had this certain tool you could go for a longer time. If you didn't have this tool, you could only go for this amount of time. So yeah, it wasn't like YouTube live stream where the only thing that might stop you from going long would either be 1, you didn't want to go long, or 2, you couldn't go beyond 15 between minutes. So who do you think those 2 other followers of your YouTube live stream was, Jordan? Who do you think they were? I don't know. I think we should shift on the lights now in here. It's starting to get dark in here. Man, Jordan, you might have to go to sleep. No. Then who's going to do the YouTube live stream if I go to sleep? I don't know. But Jordan, will give it an hour. Maybe other folks will come on. Yeah, maybe they will. So there might be some folks out there who might think that I'm a not that. So I heard you got this whole thing going on between you and Alexa Bliss, AJ Lee, something about Bray Wyatt and him doing his stuff. Yeah, she blames Bray Wyatt for what she did to AJ Lee and myself. But I'm not buying that. Oh, hi. Hi. So how is everything? Do you have any news on the Fiend Bray Wyatt doll yet? Yeah. And I'm going to get, my friend Alexa Bliss back. Or Alexa Bliss, I know I'm going to get back. I mean, she comes on to nowhere, saying things like, oh, well, I took too long to get to the TWF. Oh, AJ Lee was a stead holder for me, really, really mean things. And that's not the Alexa Bliss I know, you know. So you are going to get her back. Yeah, I'm going to get her back. And I think Bray Wyatt has something to do with it. I know he's seeking to somehow get his Firefly Funhouse stuff up. He's seeking to do his he's seeking to do get his Wyatt kin back up and stuff like that. Oh, I'm doing well. And I want to ask Tsunami Z2 if he's still on here. Do you have any news on the Bray Wyatt doll? I mean, the Fiend Bray Wyatt doll, the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt doll, and the Fiend Bray Wyatt doll. I guess you bought it from Amazon last week. Would you have any news on that? Well, you got free followers, one thumb up. Well, I guess he's looking into that. I guess he is. He's probably one of the free followers. I'm doing well. Hey, Jordan, what's up? I'm doing well. Hi, friend. Yeah. Oh, sad for that burp. So, right now, I'm going to seek if we can get Alexa Bliss back. At least get her back. I don't know. But I'm telling you one thing. If the Fiend Bray Wyatt, if the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt starts his shit, and he has the Fiend Bray Wyatt starts his shit, not only with you, Jordan, or with Xena, or Sailor Moon at TWF, I know he's behind Alexa Bliss and all the things going on with her. All the shit he's done to folks over the years. Either with Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman. So, yeah. Okay, Nikki Cross. It was good seeing you. Well, all right. Jordan says, all right, time to start reading some of these words. Hi. Hey, my friend. Hey, Jordan, what's up? Hi to both of you. It's like every time I want to ask about any updates on that doll, it's like it never gets answered. Well, I had 4 followers. It's back to free. And for anyone who doesn't know, Tsunami Z2, or that's how I don't know how to say his name, but just my guess my saying it. He bought me, or he has bought me, the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt, the Fiend Bray Wyatt doll. I would say from Amazon, but I haven't really gotten any news from him yet, either on the YouTube live stream or even on, about that. So I don't know. So my guess is that he's looking up that stuff, and maybe he can tell me on the YouTube live stream about that. But I don't know. So I got 4 followers on my YouTube live stream. Tsunami Z2, Punk Rock with Scott Steiner as his likeness. Larry Combo, hello. Jordan Long, oh hi. And it makes about there. All right. So I had my friend Awaris on there. I had Nikki Cross on my YouTube live stream. And I just want to say I'm sad for the burps, the yawns, probably more the yawns than anything else on my YouTube live stream. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. All right, what else do I want to do? Uh-oh. Ah! Ah! There goes one of those yawns again. I'm sad about those yawns. Forgive me for that. Well, that's good to know. If you're watching from South Korea or where you're watching from, that's good to know. Good to know. Yeah. I just want to say I'm sad for that yawn that happened. You know. So, yeah. All right. I'm sad for that yawn. And I thought I was going to get an answer to one of my askings, but it looks like Tsunami or whatever sign Z2 looks like he might be doing something else. And it looks like the pop rock, I guess, punk rock, might be doing something else, if I'm saying that right. So it is what it is. Well, I guess I'll have someone else, need to have someone else come on my YouTube live stream. I got to think who that someone else will be. But, oh, and I just lost all my followers. I had 4 of them, and now I got none, and 2 thumbs up. When did that happen? I don't know. Oh, look, now it's back again. So it is what it is. Well, I guess if I can't get my question I can't get my asking answered by speaking about it, I might have to write in a shout out box. And even then that's probably not going to work. Well, I need to go put someone else on my YouTube live stream. I'm going to seek whoever that's going to be. Now I'm back to like 3 followers again, so let's see who's going to be on my YouTube live stream next. Now I got 4 followers again. Oh, forgive me. I'm just seeking who to put on my YouTube live stream next. And you can't steal a YouTube live stream. Oh. I did not know. I did not know who this other friend was. So forgive me for that mistake because I didn't know. I didn't know who this other friend was. So forgive me for that. Well, looks like I made a mistake, and it wasn't Tsunami Z2. It was some other friend on YouTube, on that YouTube live stream, probably. Well, about that was going to do that. Whoever he or she is. So it looks like it was a mistake, and I'm just going to take that off. Yeah, remove my own word from my own shout out box. Whoever he or she is, let them know that I made a mistake. I didn't know it was you. Well, Jordan, looks like you made a mistake. Yeah, I did make a mistake. It was someone else on YouTube, some other friend, someone else that was on YouTube the same time that Tsunami 2Z2 was. Someone else that I don't know and don't know that was on that YouTube live stream back on that Sunday that was going to do it, but I haven't heard back from that one. Do you know who it is? No, Jade, I don't know. My guess is it could be either anyone right now that's on here. It's not Tsunami Z2, so it could either be any one of them. I would have to go back to that YouTube live stream I did and watch it, and then hope that the shout out box was in the film, Jade. Then I could read it and say, okay, all right, that's the one that asked me. You know, that's the only way I know. So I'd have to go back to that YouTube live stream, Jade. I would have to watch it and hope that the shout out box was showing up in that film, so I could then read and say, okay, that's who it was. But Tsunami Z2 knows who this friend is, right? This interweb friend of his. He knows. I don't know if he even knows him or her. It may have been someone else that was on that live stream that day. And there were a lot of folks on there. So your guess is as good as mine, Jade. So all the time, I got to go back on that YouTube live stream, hope that the shout out box showing is going to show up for that film so I can know who that's going to be. I don't know who that worker is. I don't know. And for all I know, he or she might not be, on YouTube. For all I know, he or she could be one of those, someone who likes to play a stunt and lark on you. Jordan, there are some folks on the interweb that you can't trust. Just like there's some folks in true life you can't trust. Yeah, you're right about that, Jordan said. Way back on a YouTube live stream, someone said, oh, I got a whole bunch of Far Eastern dolls. You want them? Then I put out the stuff and nothing happens. So for all I know, someone on there could have just been playing a mean stunt, a mean lark on me, saying, oh, I'm going to make him think I'm going to buy him this, and I'm not. Yeah, Jade said, and for all you know, you gave out it to someone who's going to do nothing with it. Oh, they would have done something with it by now, Jade. You know that. So I don't know. So my guess is Jordan was just some creep who knew that you didn't have the Fiend Bray Wyatt or the Firefall Funhouse Bray Wyatt doll, and then then goes, I'm going to play a stunt and lark on you, and I'm going to ask you to send me your send name, and then I'm going to make you think I'm getting it, and it's never going to happen. There are folks on YouTube that do that. There are folks that do that in true life. Yeah, I guess I could wait all the way up for Yule or my birthday next year to get that. If that is, I could stop for Yule or my birthday. If that's what I need to do. It said, hey. So William, I guess time for CK free on unless that would be CK Smith 08's new YouTube fairway called CK's CK Free, which I don't really think it is. I don't know. We gotta get that one day. Yeah, if I gotta wait for Yule or my birthday to get Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt and the Fiend Bray Wyatt doll, then so be it. You know, there are some folks that will take the upside on you and will do mean things to you. Jordan, think back a long time ago, way back to 2009 YL, when someone on YouTube said, oh, I got a Sailor Venus doll. Oh, do you want it? And they said they were from New Hampshire, whatever they said they were from. That could have been a lie too. So then you send them their mailing stuff, and then they made some bullshit sogging tale about, oh, well, I send it, but it came back to me. Yeah. So for all you know, he or she could be playing a stunt and lark, fishing around, wanting to get your shit, and then hope that and hope they could work it on you somehow. You're right. And folks keep saying, you're right. You know that, Jordan. You're right, Jade. Folks keep telling you, be careful about who you share your stuff with and who you talk to, which that is true. But luckily, that send, it had nothing to do with my YouTube or Google stuff. So if there's some hacker out there thinking, oh, well, I got his mailing, I got his sending name. Well, that has nothing to do with my YouTube stuff. So, you know. But anyway, it is what it is. You're right about that, Jade. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that it was just someone on YouTube who wanted to play a mean stunt, a mean lark. Someone who was then fishing, was fishing for a need. Someone will make you think, oh, I'm going to get you this, and then they don't. Yeah, well, they are the only two good, there are many good friends on YouTube. All right. I have met some good ones. I call them interweb friends, far friends, but yeah, they're CK Smith 08 and Tamani, Tsunami Z2, and maybe even some other folks that I can trust them. Well, I trust a lot of folks, but at least when they buy you something, you would get it. It wouldn't be them playing a stunt and lark. Yeah, I used to be on. Oh, and this is how hopeless I was back in the day. I was on a webstead a long time ago called Points to Shop, and that's probably still around. Well, if no one on YouTube knows what Points to Shop is, let me tell you what it is. Point to Shop is a award or a gift earning webstead where you go on, you read Business Wises, you fill out stuff, you do all kinds of things, and then the webstead then gets gouged. Which, if you get enough from it, then the webstead then goes and buys something, either it would be from, I don't know, Walmart or Amazon or whatever. Well, points of shop never worked out for me. Either the runners of the webstead had it out for me, or always be fucking with folks. The older ones didn't want to help anyone, and a shout out box always got you in a bind, and it was always too smooth for someone to open your reckoning when you closed it, and it never really worked out. Either I got my stuff, either I never got nothing bought from them or sold from them. I had folks, besmirch the name of Hastings, where they would lie and say, "Oh, I'm selling you this. Oh, I'm selling you that," and then send it for every send giver there was, and you wouldn't get it. So at the end of the day, I don't know. But I'm gonna probably have to go back to that YouTube live stream I did way back on that Sunday, and hope that my shout out box showed up with the rest of the film so I can then read him or her. Because I don't know. I truly don't know. So yeah, that's how it goes. So I guess I'll have to do that. You know? So I'm probably only gonna do this YouTube live stream, I guess, for a span. While I'm doing it, I'm make my other hand do something. I gotta do some of the other hand. And if he or she happens to come on, I don't know him or her, so I wouldn't know who they are. Makes me feel sad, that maybe someone out there, that someone may have played a mean stunt, a mean lark on me. But I don't know. Well, I guess it is what it is. I don't know who he or she is, but they're only on one of my YouTube live streams. I never heard back from them anymore in any of my other YouTube live streams or uploads or anything like that. So your guess is as good as mine. The only way I could know who they were is go back on that YouTube live stream, watch it, hope the shout out box shut up with the film, and then I think I know. I once again want to say how sad I am for being that broken song disc, but that's the only way I know. So yeah, that was my younger sister Jade, who was on there. Someone wrote down. Someone says, "Get Sailor Moon anyway." I don't know him or her. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Probably true. So I wouldn't know him or her. And now someone that I don't know has my send. But what were they going to do with it? I don't know. Probably nothing. They would have done something by now if they were truly up to no good. They would have done something by now. Which not. Well, I just want to tell everyone, thank you for for being on my, well, so info dog here. Yeah, it's me, Jordan Long. All right, welcome to my YouTube live stream. Um, yeah, I know that it might not be one of the most big or glee YouTube live streams, and I know that I don't have the over shout out box like YouTube business and YouTube mates out there do, but I still think it's good. So yeah. And once again, I just want to say how sad I am thinking that it was you when it wasn't. It was someone else. And I believe that someone else may have been playing some kind of mean stun or lark on me. But I wouldn't know unless I go back and watch that YouTube live stream and hope the shout out box shows up there. But yeah. So, yeah. Well, I'm doing well. I had some fleet worms today. Well, actually, I had some fleet worms today. And my godmother, Zena, said I can't eat fleet worms all the time because then I get belly aches. No, I never seen that film before. I never saw that film before, if you're asking about. I never saw that film before, so your guess is as good as mine who that film is. And I never saw it. Um, what else do I? What? No, there goes. Yeah, there goes some. It said, "You ever seen the trilogy or the saga of Fear with Karen Black?" No, I never saw that film. So forgive me, but I never saw that film. But once again, I probably am. Yeah. Well, that's going on right now. It's on YouTube, I checked. It's about a doll. Yeah, well, probably not about me. It's probably not about me, though. Yeah, it's not about me, though, I can tell you that. So, I had a Walrus on, Nikki Cross on. I had my sister Jade on. Then I learned that, well, then I learned thank you for that link, Mike. Whoever, all right. Then who Michael is and the link he gave you, I don't know. Now, I don't think anyone on this YouTube live stream does not have the answer to that. So just fair enough. Shift on from here. Some loser. I'm not making it up. That is someone on YouTube called himself that. And it's probably best just to keep them like that. You know. Well, another thing that I like to do I don't know. All right. Ah, ah! Sorry for that yawn. I am truly sad for that yawn, but I'm gonna one more. Well, before I end this YouTube live stream, I do want to thank everyone who came on. It's sad that I'm probably never going to know who I talked with on that YouTube live stream. I don't know who is going to buy the doll, if it's a stun or lark, I don't know. So I want to thank everyone for coming on. Thank you. I know this. Well, no one gave you the link to any to my film, if that's what you're to my YouTube live stream, if that's what you're talking about. Anyone could come on, even if they were a follower or not. So what's this talking about giving folks links? You know? Yeah, what's all this talk? Anyone can come on my YouTube live stream and watch. You don't have to have a link to it. So who is this everyone talking about? Oh, thank you for the link, Michael, and then someone else, and then someone else, Zachary's like, thank you for the link, and then you know, oh, silly catfish. Um, I got the link, bro. Oh, would you be the? Are you the one that I was talking about? Or are you the one from my last YouTube live stream back on Sunday? The one about the Fiend Bray Wyatt doll? Is it you I was talking about? Yeah. Yes. Do you have any news on it? Like, I know if you bought it from Amazon, then most likely it probably would be. Oh, yes, I'd like that link if you could put it on a YouTube live stream. I could send you yeah, I would like that link if it can be done. All right. I will give you a shout out on a YouTube live stream too. I hope I'm doing this right. It said, no, I'm sad. I haven't heard anything since we talked last. You don't have no tracking or nothing. They didn't tell you when they were going to ship it out. Oh, well, I guess it is what it is. Yeah. Most of the time, they give you a date when they say they're going to ship things out. Unless it's food or healing, it goes out faster. But if it's not food or healing, then it usually has a certain date. Wow. Well, let's see, what I need to do is, let's see. I wish I could go on, well, wait a minute. No, I didn't hear anything about that. So, well, all right. All right. So, what I guess I'll have to do is, well, what's this link we talking about? I don't know. It would be on your end if you bought it for Amazon, and all that would be on your end. But once again, what's this link we're talking about? Everyone's talking about the link. Oh, Zachary gave out the link. Michael gave out the link. Thank you for the link. What link we talking about? Yeah, Alexander. Zachary. Who is this link we're talking about? No, I never heard about that. Can you show me how to seek the date? With me? I'm a doll, so how are you going to have a date with me if that's what you're asking about? Yeah, what's this link we keep talking about? Are you talking about me giving you my email? If that's what you're talking about, the link that I can give you the email, then you can send that to me if you have your email too. If that's what you're talking about, I guess that's what you're talking about. Well, I guess it's probably going to be sometime this month then. But what? Yeah, but everybody keeps talking about the link. I don't know what we're talking about here. Yes, I don't know what we're talking. I don't know what this link we're talking about. Yeah, well, I don't see anything on my shout out box. All right, I guess we're going to have to end this YouTube live stream now. I want to thank everyone for coming on, and everyone needs to tell me what this link we're talking about. We got it, Zachary. We have Alexander. They're all talking about this link. They keep telling me link, but they don't know what the link is, but they keep talking about it. And when I ask them, someone else just talks about it. Well, I don't see no link on my shout out box. If they're talking about something else, I don't know. So I want to say thank you for all coming on my YouTube live stream. And you all have a good night. Goodbye. Not yet. Because I'm going to go on and. Yeah, because you all keep talking about some link. And you both must be brothers because you got the same kin name and the same lord name. Well, I'll see you all later then. Bye.